Guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here. Just having a wee look for her ball that she lost the other day. I'll get out of these, just down at the river, guys, so you see it. Yeah, quite nice. Been a nice wee backdrop. Just trying to come on this way, see if it's here. Look for your ball. Look for your ball. Here's your ball. No, move up here. Okay. Right, guys and dolls, thank you so much for yesterday. It's moved, as you can see. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But that's me happy, you know. Just, no care now, you know what I mean? It's like, stops to stops. More than enough subscribers. And more than enough. So more than happy, over the moon. So I am. You know that. I'm not going to keep going on and on because it sounds stupid when I keep going on about it. The mic's okay. So all good. It's getting Bailey out for our last walk. Well, our only walk. She gets out in the morning for a wee quick one. My girlfriend's mother. And then I come do her a big walk in the afternoon. Partner's not well, so she's not. Just a cold, but you always worry about everything, don't you? You know, you can't just go and get anything like a lamb soup. You got to be careful. So, going to get her honey and some lemons and stuff like that. Excuse me, a good friend Amber, whose sister Jade's a big supporter and follower, is always there with the natural remedies, trying to encourage her to do her own channel, you know, but camera shy, but she'd be amazing, she really would, you know, a wealth of information, you know, I mean, it's the kind of person you want to be around whenever the end of the world is nigh, you know, but yeah, she's all good, you know what I mean. So I'm away tomorrow, obviously you know that, I'm not going to go on about it too much, you know what I mean, because this is me just talking to my friends, you know, but I still got to be careful, you understand that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, getting picked up early in the morning, very early. And yeah, so it's all part of the experience and, you know, the journey that I'm on, and yous are coming with me, you know, in a sort of way, yous are going to be there. I'll be doing my usual videos live. Maybe do a live at night. I'm going to do a wee live at night, only for a quick hour, because I have promised it, and I don't know, it's just like, say, 6 o'clock. We'll do a wee live. Maybe go for a wee quick walk, because that way I can see, I'll turn the screen around and I can read any questions and stuff like that. Or I might just do it in the house, we'll see, but definitely at night, 6 o'clock. I know it's around about dinner time for most people, but I suppose you could always catch it. You know, I think a live stays up sort of thing, it's like a video. You know, I've got to remember that as well. You know, I'm thinking that I do a live, that's it, it's gone, it's past. But it's just like doing a video. So much to take in, doing a live, and, you know, for somebody that isn't a pro or nothing like that, I've never done anything like this before, it is daunting, you know. So, yeah. But it is what it is. Anybody would say that it wouldn't be daunting is telling porkies, you know, they're obviously just wanting themselves a. Maybe that's their way of dealing with it, you know, being confident, you know, oh, that's easy, I'll do it, give us it, you know, that's their way of being confident, you know, but I could never be like that. As you know, I can't do that, can't think things like that, because every time I think like that, it goes the opposite way. So I always keep what can go wrong in my head, you know, all the different things that can happen, and then, you know, again, oh, she's almost like my manager. I have to say this, like, I can't keep quiet about some people that are such a big part of my life, you know, and her name's Amber, and, you know, absolute diamond of a woman, and so much support in so many different ways, like with the videos and helping me think, and, you know, just telling me, like, things I need, like, almost, it's like a sister, you know what I mean, it's telling me, hey, you don't do this, don't, you know, but not in a bad way. And honestly, you know yourself when people are like that around you, you know, it doesn't take long before you realise it's, you know, they're not good for you, you know, because whenever they give you advice and you do it and it goes out wrong. But this is everything so far has been bang on, you know what I mean, and I owe her quite a lot, so I do, at least thanking her at least for always being at the end of the phone call and coming through and seeing me and helping me out, you know. She's responsible for the selfie stick. She brought me the selfie stick through, you know what I mean? And she's been a big part of patriotism and the movement, if you want for a better word, for an awful long time. So she's got a wealth of knowledge and information and like answers to my questions of what's going on, you know what I mean? And that's what I need. I need somebody that's grounded. I don't need somebody like pushing me along and trying to do anything off the back of me. I need somebody that's, you know, that's able to reel me in and, you know, calm me down and tell me not to worry when I'm worrying. And, you know, when I phone up and I'm really stressed out about a video and she'll be like laughing, you know, and then I know I'm alright. She'll just say, calm down, you know, you're worrying too much, you know what I mean? Because there has been times at the start when I was like, oh, I put this video in and I'm not sure, and, you know, it's hard, so it is, it's hard. So I don't want anybody thinking I'm just here on my own doing this. I do have support from experienced people. And but that's normally the way it goes in life, you know. You meet people in life and, you know, it's like, I think you're meant to meet, you know. I do believe that. I think, you know, the people that we meet, it's all sort of planned out in a way, and sometimes people can come in front of you and you can walk by, you know, for some reason you're like, you know, and you just forget the message back, or you forget, and this could be somebody that was really important in your life, you know. But in most cases it'll come back round, you know, in some way or another. You know, what's for you won't go by you, that's what they say, eh? But I'm a great believer that when people come into your path, you know, and you're able to work out, you know, con men and con women and, you know, people that are wanting to take advantage of you, once you're able to work that out, because it's no hard to work out, guys, you know what I mean? It is, you might think, you know, it's hard, but, you know, you got to look into the heart of people and see their soul, you know what I mean? You got to look right into their eyes, you know what I mean? And you will see, you'll see a lot of things if you just open your mind to that sort of, that way of thinking, you know. Oh, go ahead, buddy, you go on. But yeah, credit due. Cheers, buddy, thank you very much. I'm definitely going, anybody that's helped me out, I'm going to give them a shout out, you know what I mean? Same as like Unite in the North, and the boys involved in that, the lad involved in that, and Captain Britain, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's moral support, it's amazing, you know what I mean? And it's new friendships that are growing constantly, and it's amazing, you know what I mean? Because it's difficult, it really is difficult, you know. Out of the thousands upon thousands of people I've met who I've become friendly with, it's very difficult to find really good friends. In prison, it's like, prison's a funny one because people act differently in prison than they do outside, you get me? And when I first went into prison, and you would meet, especially in Belfast, and you would meet guys, and then you would, you know, in the prison, and you become friends and playing football with each other and shouting out the doors and windows at each other and having a crack and a banter and all the rest of it, and, you know, sharing dirty photographs, you know. Yeah, it was like, yeah, there's a wee bond there you get, you know, and then when you meet them outside, because they may come from a different area, they'll be Protestants, but they come from a different area, and you meet them outside and they're different, totally different, you know. So it's very hard, you know. When I meet a guy that I meet inside, and I see that same guy outside, that's very unique, very, very unique, you know. And I have to say, I don't have many of them friends, but them friends know who they are, and that's what I think he is, you know. They're amazing, totally amazing. Some of my friends don't realise how amazing they are. You know, I think a lot of people think that, you know, because I am easygoing, you know, and I'm good at not getting involved in stuff in a way, and like I'm pretty always on the fence with things, and I always see the good in people when other people don't. And a lot of people think, oh, I must have loads of friends, and it's not the way it is. It's really not the way it is, you know. If I've got somebody as a friend, if I've got somebody that I'm phoning up, or I miss when I don't hear from them, or I'm thinking about them, you know, that's them people are very special. I'm going to assure you, and I can assure you that, like, and that's just me, 55. I've experienced all sorts of people in life, the good and the bad, you know. You gotta remember, I was fostered out to a family when I was younger, when I was about 12, to a farm. I don't know if I mentioned it, but, you know, they were God-fearing, you know what I mean? But, you know, they were fostering kids to work on the farm. There's no two ways about it, you know. And it was hard work. It was morning, late to dark. You were grafting, you know, and you were making some amount of money, and then plus they were getting money, and it was just, you know, I got a fucking goat for my birthday, you know, 12 years old, you know what I mean? Fucking goat, a wee kid. Oh, it was alright for a week, you know what I mean? Then they were wanting me to get up and feed it all every morning. I was just madness, you know. Fair enough. I get a lot of people would be saying, but I was a young Belfast lad, 12 years old, that had already experienced petrol bombs, riots, shootings, bombs, you know. My mum died when I was 8. I was from that moment on, because my mum used to let me out to play, but there was rules. When the lights came on, street lights came on, I was in. Whenever there was any trouble in the streets, I was in, you know. But she let me out to play all the time. The streets were safe, you know. There was always army and police about, you know. Maybe not so much police, but there was always army about. So it was really safe. So when my mum died, I was already a street kid, you know what I mean, sort of thing. And I just loved going out to play, you know, and nobody could stop me. I'd climb out windows. My mum had to nail my bedroom window shut. There you go. She had to nail my bedroom window shut, you know, and how she caught me. Like, see, on the 11th and 12th of July, we have the bonfires from like middle of June, start of June. We're collecting wood for the bunnies, for the bonfires for the 11th night, which is the 12th of July celebrations of the Battle of the Boyne, right? And the bonfires represent beacons that were lit back in the day, you know, that let people know that the King Billy was sort of coming, you know, something along them lines. And fucking 300 years ago, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was like, I would, like, all my mates would be like older boys, because I ran about with all the older boys, and they would all be staying out at the bunnies and with their girlfriends, and I was just wee, you know me, I was wee Billy, they called me, you know. So I used to climb out one window and go out and play and come back in, you know what I mean? But I got stuck on the roof. It was we had an outside toilet, and it was a slopey roof with moss, and I got stuck. I had to get my ma to get me, and she realised what I was doing. She nailed the window shut. But I loved being out playing, you know. And so by the age of 12, I was like, I was in children's homes. The children's homes fired me into Rathgael. You know, I was in Rathgael, then they'd fire me back out because they couldn't keep me because I wasn't criminal. Then the children's home, like, oh, he won't stay in, he keeps running away, back into Rathgael. But I just kept running away from Rathgael, you know what I mean? And then back to the children's home, back to Rathgael, you know. And yeah, so like my social worker, she's still alive today. God love her, man. She's amazing. And she came to me. She goes, "You want to get a family in the country? It's about 70 miles away from Belfast." I was like, "Aye." So, like, going to it, like, for the weekend visits to see if I liked it. It was brilliant. They were letting me drive the tractor and everything. It was absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? Farms, cows, milking cows, everything they ate came from the farm. Everything. I mean that. They made their own butter. They had their own milk. They made their own potato bread. Tatty scones, whatever you call it. Everything. They made everything themselves. Wholesome, good food, you know what I mean? But it was just the way it was done, you know? It was just the way it was done. It was done in a way where it was made to feel all fun and games, and then bang, you know. You'd be out doing spuds, brack baking all day, and then you'd be in the indoors in the barn, sorting the spuds into different sizes all night. Well, good bit in the night, because you've got to get orders. They were sending a lorry to Belfast every day full of, man, I'm talking acres and acres and acres, and fields of cabbage, fields and fields of lettuce, carrots, potatoes. It was just non-stop, everything. If it wasn't stuff you were cutting in the fields, you were planting stuff in the greenhouses to get ready for the next season. It was non-stop. Absolute non-stop, and it was hard. I ended up just running away, you know. And when the police caught me in East Belfast, in Woodstock Road, in Wallfield Police Station, they were like, "You're going back, Wolf, you're going back to this place." And I was like, "This foster home?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And they were like, "If you don't go back there, you're going to Rathgael," because Rathgael terrified kids. 12 years old I was, second year in school, and I just started secondary school. I'd already been kicked out of the school up in where the foster place was. The headmaster hit me. I was teaching the kids how to make a wee bomb out of matches. I know. I could tell you stories like this, you know what I mean? And it was like just matches, and you put a wee fuse and you hang it with sellotape, and it makes a bang. No harm does, it's just a big bang, it's just a banger. And the headmaster came up behind me and kicked me in the arse. So I threw him up against this plate glass window, and that was it, expelled. So, you know, that was me in the farm working all day then, you know. So I just ran away. I ran away. I took a 200-300 quid. It was up in the Hingy. That was the farm shop takings, and I was off. You know what I mean? Got the bus to Belfast, and that was me. And the police were like, you're going back. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they were like, well, you're going to Rathgale. And I was like, well, what time's the bus coming at? You know what I mean? And they were like, what? I can remember sitting in the cell and the cops were standing at the door looking at me as if I was nuts. And I was like, no, I'm not going back there. Take me to Rathgale. That's how bad it was, you know. So yeah, 12 years old, it was no fun, you know what I mean? It wasn't I wasn't enjoying life, you know what I mean? No excitement. They watched the A-Team. That was the only thing. Once a week, everybody came in to watch the A-Team. You know, it's alright if you're brought up like that, fair enough, but you can't just take a young Belfast lad out of the city and put him into something like that. That wasn't right. It wasn't right. So yeah, that's an RB story for you guys. You know what I mean? I know he's like listening to the madness of my childhood. But like I say, it was the bonfires. I love the bonfires, you know what I mean? I love staying out, and this was a problem. This was a big problem, you know? Like the primary schools and schools in the area used to get leaflets handed out to them, telling them that there was a wee homeless boy. I don't even think they used the word homeless because I can remember it vaguely. And it was a boy that was staying in because when we have our bonfires, all the local guys guard their own bonfires because other local Protestants from different areas come in and burn our bonfires because they want their bonfire to be bigger than ours. I know. And then you've got depending on what part of Belfast, like we lived in South Belfast. Come on, girl. And it was like, we had a peace wall right there, a waste ground. That's where our bonfire was, you know what I mean? And sometimes the Catholics would come in over and about 40, 50 of them, and there's only about 5 of us guarding the wood. And they would come over and they would set fire to it and, you know, do all sorts of stuff. We'd just run and leave it, you know what I mean? And then you'd have, I swear to God, then you would have Protestants pretending to be Catholics. Shouting, get the orange bees, you know, get the orange man. And this guy's from Roden Street that come down by the West Link, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it was like growing up in Belfast. It was, to me, it was amazing. I loved the bonfires. I loved the build up to the 11th of July because that's what my mum brought me up to Hingy, you know. I remember my mum had parties, and whenever it was the 12th of July, you know what I mean. I never seen my mum drink. My mum went out every Saturday night, every single Saturday night, and she left me a big bag of sweets, a paper bag of sweets for the babysitter and me. And I looked forward to it, and I always remember it, you know what I mean? Every Saturday, my mum went out on her Saturday night out. And yeah, just wee memories always like make me feel good, you know what I mean? Because I take myself back there for a wee second, you know what I mean? Just that wee moment of my mum reaching down. I'm sitting on this couch, you know, handing me my bag of sweets, you know what I mean? And half of me's wanting her to stay, and the other half of me's glad I'm getting the sweeties, you know what I mean? So it is a funny wee emotion to have, a memory, and it's good. You know, 55 and I've still got them, you know, and it's good for you to know that, you know, because some of you will have a lot more time with your parents than me, and they're maybe not here, or they maybe won't be here soon. Well, I want you to take a wee bit of comfort from the fact that the memories never leave, you know. You know, I can't talk about illness and Alzheimer's and all the rest of it, but the memories don't leave, you know what I mean? They stay with you forever, you know. And yeah, it's that's a good wee point. But I don't know if I've jumped off what I was saying there, or what the topic of this conversation was and how we got on to what we're talking about, but it is what it is. Wee bit excited, wee bit nervous about tomorrow, you know. I'm really looking forward to it. Haven't really thought much about it, that much really, because I don't want to put too much in my head, and I want to just be me and do my thing. And try and keep it like that, because I know if I start writing stuff down and everything, I'm going to be all over the place, you know, stuttering and spluttering and all the rest of it. And you know, that's not what I want, is it? You know, not. It's nice to be invited the way I have, and I want to do myself and the guys and girls justice, and the people from that area justice, at least. I'd give them my best, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like I say, I'm quite a strong character, you know what I mean? As you know, been through a lot, dealt with a lot, and I think it's made me who I am. I don't really get nervous, but it is more of being a feeling, you know, and people not listening or people not wanting to listen, and, you know, it's just you can imagine what it's like for somebody that overthinks doing something like this. It's huge, it's massive, you know. So I'm hoping to get some sleep tonight. Probably won't, but I'll be able to sleep in the car down. I don't want to be ignorant now, but, you know, if I don't get to sleep tonight because of my nerves or because of the excitement, then I'll get a wee crash in the car down. And I will be coming back. I'm not even sure what time of the day it is because it's been non-stop again. I'd get a couple of videos done for Unite the North and stuff like that, and just a wee promotion of peace and, you know, people behaving themselves, you know, because it's really difficult, because I know right, that there's going to be people behind the scenes on the left that work for the government, Hope Not Hate, and End Racism, that will be working in partnership with Sky News, BBC News and all the main tabloids to try and get a photograph or footage of men or women shouting obscenities either of the police or the left, and if not worse, throwing things and behaving in a very riotous behaviour, like something that it's just we're not there for that, like. But I honestly do believe that what I've seen in Glasgow, I do worry about what they've got in store for us. I know they've been planning, the left have been planning for a long time now, openly on the internet, of a counter demonstration. I don't know how they've got the permission, because everything's been done properly as far as I'm concerned at this end. And I think it's a wee bit of an oversight on the police's side to be letting the counter protest as close as they tend to. But we'll see what happens, you know. As usual, I expect it'll be the police with their backs to them facing us. And like I say, there's going to be a lot of people there waiting for that image, because they want the next day to be able to say, look at the far right thugs. And I'll tell you exactly why they're wanting this. It's to put people off going to Tommy's rally, you know. And you've got to understand, this is what it's all about. They're going to be hell-bent on causing trouble. The far left are going to come in pretending to be patriots. They're going to have red handy ulsters and fucking Union Jacks and Scottish flags and tricolours. They're going to have everything. They're going to look like patriots. And they're going to start shouting abuse and pretending that they're drunk. And they're going to find a group that is drunk, and they're going to manipulate them into doing stuff as well. And then they're going to be in a position that's already been pre-arranged with the media to get them shots. And then the next day it's going to be all over the news that Hull, Tommy Robinson supporters rallied in Hull, and far-right racist thugs yelled abuse and attacked the police, you know, and that's what they want, you know. And it's really difficult. You've got to understand from Patriot's side point of view, and don't think about me, think about the women and children and the families that go to these events. They get labelled like this because of one small minority of a group, you know. At the end of the day, there's loads that goes on at the Palestinian marches, but they always show you the big massive crowds and everything went well, but they never show the Palestinian guy fighting with the police because he's getting arrested for having the nicest flag, you know what I mean? It's citizen journalism that brings it to X, and that's how we see it. So we see lots of things, and you'll never see it. If you're still watching Sky News and BBC News, you're never going to see none of this, because it belongs to the government. They're extreme left now, we know that. And they've proved their colours with their silence and the way they've treated Tommy Robinson by listening to the government without any evidence of him being a racist or a far-right thug. They've listened to what the government had said and silenced him on, a working-class man. But yet they put celebrity after celebrity. You can't turn the TV off with some celebrity show, you know what I mean? Celebrity bake-off, celebrities on ice, you know what I mean? You know, you understand what I'm saying? They bend over backwards for people that have already got money, the rich and famous in our country. But our working class don't get anywhere near the telly anymore. Because you know why? Because they're scared of us. Because we've got social media now, they're afraid to put men like us on the telly, because they know men like us will rally support. People will look for us, searches. Imagine Tommy, people that didn't know Tommy, and if he pops up on the news doing his thing, people are going to be searching him and following him. And that's why you don't get Tommy on telly, because they're terrified. They're terrified of people following, even more people following him. That man's got more following than any network, than any corporation, than any government official in this country. What does that tell you? They are terrified. They are terrified that you will support people like me and people like Tommy and people like Paz 49. Could you imagine Paz 49 being a politician? How many of you people out there would vote for Paz 49, an ex-soldier? An ex-prison officer or a policeman, whatever. So, you know, that's the type of men we need. We don't need men that's been through fucking private schools and been dodging no, everybody's scared to pick the soap up in the showers, you know what I mean? We don't want men like that. You see the Nick of Stormer punching that punch bag? I know little girls that can punch better than him, kick, punch, do everything. And he's like, honestly, I have never seen a man. That's not a man. No chance. Mind you, you know what I mean? We live in a world where there's more than two genders, so God only knows, eh? But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. This is the mindset I've got, and this is the mindset I think most people have, you know. You know, the 18 million people never voted. And the people that did vote for Labour are saying to me right now, we're so sorry. We should be demanding an election. You know, we should. You know, the whole nation is against our government. The whole nation feel like our government are betraying us and committing treason. So surely we have a system in place for this. For when the whole nation is against our government, surely there must be some system in place. If you know, guys, let me know. What do we do? How do you get rid of a Trojan horse? Listen, guys, thank you very much for getting this far. I hope you like my wee story today. I know some of you have probably heard it before, and I'm so sorry, you know. I've just so much going on, and like, you know, it's my head's all over the place, to be honest with you. It really is, like. But I'm super happy, you know. So I'm not going to keep going on to your nuts. But 5 weeks left. 5 weeks, we lucky he's going to be here. And I'm trying not to go, oh, you know, I feel like, oh, shut up, you should be saying that. Just forget about it. And you know what I mean? But I honestly have faith in God, and I truly believe that, you know, everything's going to be okay, you know, because I know you are all praying for me. I've got lots of people praying for me, and that's all that matters. God has to listen, you know, and I know he listens to me, you know what I mean? I'm one of his star pupils, to be honest with you, you know. I just take instructions from him, you know what I mean? That's all I do. That's how I live my life, you know. I try my best to be in tune to what God expects from us all, and I've made some terrible mistakes in the past, but I've been in some terrible positions, and I'm not making excuses up, you know. I do ask for forgiveness for everything I've done, you know what I mean, everything. I am a sinner, and, you know, I just hope God forgives me, you know, and that's all I can do, you know. But I'm just grateful to still be here, and I'm grateful you are here to listen to what I've got to say. I still can't get my head around it, but it is what it is. Thank you all so much. God bless. And I will be bringing you, I know I do this all the time. I'm sorry. Somebody's mentioned it to me, that's close to me. You gotta, when you say you're going to finish, you know what I mean? You're like, people will be turning off and not realising you're saying more stuff, but it is what it is. You know, I can't just, I've got to be myself. I can't keep just doing everything people want, because that's not what everybody wants. I've got to understand that. But I do take all your criticism and any advice on board, 110%. Some of you tell me things I look up, you know what I mean? There was a guy mentioned about the Northern Ireland thing, about the health board. I've looked into it. It's quite fucking horrifying, to be honest with you, but I haven't got the mindset right now to sit down and digest it. But I will. I'll give you my word. If you're still there listening to me, I promise you I am looking into it. I have listened to your comment that you have left about looking into it, and thank you so much. So thank you, everybody. Anybody else wants me to look into anything or would like me to talk about something, please just leave a comment, you know what I mean? And don't be shy to say hello. Any questions you want in the comments, you know, I read every single comment. I can't reply to every single comment, you know, because sometimes I'm catching up in 3 or 4 videos, then X and then TikTok. So I really do try my best, and it's just trying to get everything in so it doesn't affect my normal day running my life with my partner and people around me, because that's the last thing I want, you know. It is becoming a full-time thing, this, you know, to be honest with you, the amount of time and effort I'm putting in, especially editing videos and stuff like that. But I am starting to get into a wee bit of a routine, so I'm up really early in the morning, so I'm not affecting anybody. I'm up doing my thing, and then and by the time people are getting up around me, I've got most of the big videos done, you know what I mean? And I've spoke to my friends and took instructions of what videos they maybe need done. Come on, girl. So yeah, this is it. Definitely going this time, guys. Thank you so much once again for getting the end of one of my videos, and God bless you all.